So I had a really nice weekend this last weekend. I hung out in West Seattle. West Seattle is a really important place for me because it reminds me of someplace special. So I thought I'd tell you about that little connection that I have with West Seattle. But first, it's late and I need to eat dinner, so I'm going to get dinner started. So because it's late, I'm just going to make some pasta. I was digging around in my cupboard of sorts, basically my bag down under my bed that I keep my dry food. And this pasta has some vegetables in it. I think I've shown you this before if you've watched some of my old cooking videos. I like this pasta because it's got vegetables in it, but I don't think it has enough. And even though I'm being lazy about cooking just plain old pasta, I really want to keep in mind that I need to eat a little more healthy. So I stopped and picked up some Asian stir-fry vegetables that are already chopped up from Trader Joe's. So this is not one of the things I normally buy, but it makes it kind of easy that I don't have to spend any time chopping. I don't have to take a bunch of fridge space because even though I have a refrigerator, I don't always have the room to store a bunch of vegetables, at least not until I chop them down, cut them up, and put them away. And I really didn't feel like doing that. So I just bought this bit of stir-fry vegetables, put them in a plastic bag. That way they fit easily into my fridge. And even though it's not traditional, I'm going to use these in my pasta and with just some cheap regular old pasta sauce. And that's going to be dinner. I think it'll be a little bit healthier than just plain old pasta. Now, as some of you may know, I only have a single burner propane stove. And it works out really well most of the time, but there are times where you got to do a little bit of a shuffle. So here I'm going to have to do the shuffle. I'm going to first just cook off very quickly the vegetables that I have, these stir-fry vegetables. Now, I like my vegetables not cooked all the way through, so this is going to work actually fairly quick. I'll just saute them up very fast, put them to the side. I've got my bowl at the ready here, and then I'm going to cook my pasta in the same pan, and then I'll just throw it all together. So just one of those things you got to do if you've only got a single burner stove. Not a big deal, really. It just takes a couple extra minutes. Now I'm just using a little bit of coconut oil to saute with because it's basically the only oil that I keep in the van these days. I keep a little bit of coconut oil on my shelf, and I keep a little bit of butter down in my fridge. The coconut oil doesn't go rancid, so I like to keep it. Olive oil goes rancid pretty quickly, so I don't like to keep it in the van. I just never have. Okay, vegetables are done. I'm going to use the same pan. I'm just going to put a little water in it and my pasta, cook it off quickly, and then add it all together. So while that cooks, I just want to tell you my little connection between West Seattle and Santa Monica. So I am originally from Southern California, and I live not very far from Santa Monica. Santa Monica is really one of my favorite little beach towns. Not because it's a great beach town, mind you, but just because it has a little bit of everything. If you want to take a group and maybe some of them want to go to the beach, some maybe want to shop, some maybe want to look around and see the sights. Santa Monica kind of has all of that covered in one. But it's also a really cool place because people are just really a little bit more laid back and quite a bit more friendly there as compared to most of the other parts of Los Angeles. Now that's really the reason that West Seattle reminds me of Santa Monica. There's a lot in common there between West Seattle and Santa Monica. It seems like Seattle people are busy, running, go, 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 and kind of rude sometimes. LA people are the same way. But when you go out to Santa Monica or when you go out to West Seattle, all of a sudden the people are a little bit more calm, a little bit more nice, and it just ends up being a little bit nicer of a place to be, even though you're just a few minutes from the downtown areas. So if I'm ever feeling a little bit homesick for Southern California style atmosphere, all I really need to do is just head west to West Seattle, and I'm in this little cool town that everybody is friendly, has a chill vibe, and I can just kind of relax, and I can feel like I'm back in Santa Monica. But there really is something more to it than just the similarities between Santa Monica and West Seattle, that they are both kind of little beach towns, that they both have this cool vibe. There's something more, and every time I'm in West Seattle, I really kind of have to remind myself that, hey, I'm in Seattle and not Santa Monica. It's really kind of a strange thing. Now, it's kind of a strange thing, but it's a good thing, because if I'm feeling a little bit homesick for Southern California, I don't have to go very far to feel completely at home again. So I like West Seattle.
What was wrong about the house?
One of the great things about West Seattle is the views. It's just really stunningly beautiful. There's lots of trees, lots of hills, and you get lots of views of the water as you drive around town.
Travel away for 1 mile.
You also get some views of Mount Rainier if you're in the right spot. So just a really great place to hang out for the weekend. So while I'd like to say that I spent the weekend doing all these great and crazy things, I really didn't. It was really just a relaxing, peaceful weekend in a place that I really like. Because while I like Seattle, Seattle's a big city. You know, sometimes it's nice to get out of the city, but I am a city guy. So if I can find a little city that has a nice chill vibe, yeah, I'd like to spend some time there. So this last weekend was a really good weekend. So my dinner's done. That's it. Asian stir-fry pasta. A little crazy, I guess. But, you know, life in a van. This is not always gourmet cooking. But I think it should be tasty. Yeah, it's definitely not gourmet, but yeah, it'll do. It'll do just fine. Thanks for watching, everybody.